Check. And we are live. How's everybody doing? How is everybody feeling today? As we get in to the hotness. This is where it is. This is what it's all about. Welcome to the live stream. If you're new, please click that like button. We are watching Bitcoin like a hawk for you today, and we're gonna get you in or out of a trade probably during the stream. We'll help you out, point out some things, and we are gonna go to the moon together, my friend. Just like my logo, Crypto Lifer to the moon, baby. Crypto Lifer to the moon. Okay, music's gonna be a little louder today because the vibe is just pumping, man. Like the vibe is real, right? And I'm in that zone, so I'm unstoppable. Let's go. Right? Affirmations of actualizations. I am unstoppable. I am amazing. I am positive. I am loving. I am supernatural. I am meta. I am more thought than I am physical. I am more energy than I am molecular. I am moving. I am connecting. I am vibration. Affirmations. Let's go. So we're gonna look at Bitcoin right now and check what's going on. See where we're at here. But if you can see, I'm vibing today hard. So I hope you are too. Hi Sam, hope all is well. Any chance to start with baby steps today? Looking forward to learning to walk. You were mean to Gus last night. That's interesting. That guy's mean to everybody last night. So how was I mean? I disagree. I think you're sensitive. How's that? Y'all didn't have a hard ass father like me. Maybe you get some skin in the game. Anyway, check it out. Bitcoin sitting at 16,395, right? And you can see that it's breaking out of this bull flag that it was in. Had a little bit of a fake out breakout, came back down. You could say it's in a diamond pattern, but I'm not going to go that far. About to curve on this 1 minute here. So I think just now, Bitcoin's still on its way to 17K. That's basically my target. That's my target, ready to go. So let's look at the 4 hour. Why I was last night when I went on the live stream. If you watched my live stream last night, let's see what the title of my live stream. And I tell you, man, sometimes all you got to do is just look at the titles of my videos. If you have a lot going on and you really can't focus, just look at the titles of my videos, and I think they're really a good precursor to what is going on. So check it out. Last night I was live. I said Bitcoin holds 15.8, is 17K incoming. YFI may be the play. Is Aave a buy yet? Did link bottom, and we went over Aave. We actually made 2 trades live on the stream, and yeah, show you them. We're up 250 from the last night trade at 7:30. We're up 79 from the 724. So combined $300 overnight while we went to bed. Got into the trades at 7 at night, woke up at 9 in the morning, and we were ready to go. So that's I don't mind a passive income job that pays me while I'm sleeping, and that's why we're here. That's why you're here. If you could do this for a living, it can be achievable, but it's one of the hardest things in the world to do, to trade for a living. But I'll be honest, it is one of the most rewarding and enjoyable things to do because it's all on you, right? It's all on you. Yeah, man, YFI, baby. And now look at Bitcoin popping out of this, basically, showing its strong moves here on the 4 hour, right? Popping out of this bull flag. This is what I saw. I saw that we had a MACD cross coming. So last night I said, we're in a bull flag with a MACD cross coming, guys. A lot of people were bearish. A lot of people were saying I'm shutting down my trades, all this other stuff. But you know what? Boom. And, I called out XRP. I showed that at the beginning of last week. That was one of the first things we went over. And I said, XRP is going to $30. How did I know that? Well, it was in a pennant. It was coiled up. Here's my target for XRP all the way up at 39 cents. So XRP to the moon. Congratulations to anybody if you got into XRP at that 2021 level and you are in the money right now. Shout out to everyone on the stream: Jordan Gecko, Love Learning, Theo Wrench, Jesse B. Whoever's not in is missing out amazing value, but they will be here eventually. Amazing progress yesterday. We made an edited video, already hit 100 views. My wife kind of forced me. She's like, you got to start making content. I'm going to get on you. She said, that's it. You're not getting dinner until you make a video, right? So I made that video, and look, I said, oh, no one's going to watch it. She's like, I'll bet you money if it goes to 100 views. And it already did. Hadouken, what's going on, man? So yeah, like this video hit 98 views. I just put it out, man. So the channel, man, generating half the views of the subscribers, that's a huge pull on the algorithm for YouTube. So that's amazing. If I can get 50% conversion rate off my subscribership, that's really going to help us move as an entire movement. Crypto lifers, man, we're going to take over the space. We're going to take over the space. Let me give you my exact predicate idea where I think Bitcoin's going, what you should do if you're in a trade, if you're not in a trade, what's going on. So let's break it down. So we do see a target here, a temporary target, because that was previous resistance right here at 16,476. I got a funny little, take that away. I don't want that to look like a wick. So anyway, we will hit that. That will definitely give us a little bit of resistance. We have to break through that. And then we have 16,649, and we break through that, it's to 17,100. So not a lot of, only 2 bars of resistance that we really need to make it through. What I did is, see these sections here, this section here, what I did is I went on to like the 8 hour, the 12 hour, and I went to that bull run of 2017, okay? And I found as much support and resistance as I could. Like, I dissected it. That's why you see a little more lines than I normally put, because I was just trying to find, this is it. And I can't believe it that I only have to make 5 lines now. I used to have to make hundreds of, 20 of these. Now we only have to make 5 because there's really no support and resistance left. Bitcoin now is sitting on the precipice of 20K. You can see it can sneeze on 20K at this point. Bitcoin easily goes up by 20-30%. It's done that since March. It was at 3,800. It has gone up 400% since March alone. While everyone is complaining and watching this presidential race, and I've been focused on the crypto coins and focused on Bitcoin and accumulating. I've been almost out of society in a way, because I've been in a room every day with the charts and you guys, just grinding as a crypto lifer. So really no room for nonsense. Not a lot of time for baloney here, right? We're just stuck to the charts. I bought DOT after watching your video. Amazing. Cigarette 1013. DOT's going to make you money. You're going to be happy that you did that. When you're making a video on SHR, you know what? I'm going to make a video on SHR today. That's going to be my video. Bam. You just gave me my idea. Why SHR is going to moon. Rakuten. Why Rakuten means more than you know. Why Rakuten hasn't been priced in yet to SHR. Why SHR is truly undervalued. I got the titles, man. That's going to be the video today. We're vibing. Okay, let's get serious in case someone's new on here and they think I'm just, I like to dance to techno. Anyway, so we went over the support and resistance here on Bitcoin. As again, not a lot. I even was like very, very stingy with it. Almost this line, we can almost get rid of the second line here, but I was just trying to be a little stingy on this. I just, there was only so many candles I could touch. So nice to say. And once we get to 17K, I mean, wow. Now, what I do see though, and I've been urging on the channel over and over again, is that we're very overbought here on the daily. And the daily, but see, this is the sign that we're looking for. These are what you want. I'll show you. When you're bearish, you don't want these upside down ends here. We're going to circle them. I did some back testing on this theory, and I found out that it actually is pretty amazing. So, like if you were about to be in a trade and you thought that the blue line was going to cross, especially on the weekly, and you saw this, then you could stay in the trade. It would tell you that this is still going bullish right here too. And what do you say? You're like, Crypto Lifer, what are you talking about? I'm talking about, see, in this channel, we break down tiny things that a lot of people don't. We give you insight into like the microscopic world of the charts. That's where I find things move. That's where a lot of people aren't able to focus on these areas and see them. If we're able to do that, we take advantage of the masses in this way. So that's our edge on institutional traders. That's our edge on everybody. we have a kind of microscopic view of how things change and move in the markets through our heavy duty detailed analysis of these oscillators, right? So you can see here we have the ye old bump away, which is going to project us to go up yet again. I must say, at least a little bit, maybe double top before we cross into this red line. So you see these V's upwards send you down, they don't cross, so you wanted, that was supposed to be good, and we didn't get the cross. Bearish, right? Same move here. That V is a tone. Now, if we didn't see that little kick out and it was coming down, I'd be a lot more bearish, right? So the daily is giving us that room at the moment to breathe, okay? Daily's saying, hey, I may go up a little more. You know, we're down here on the RSI. We can pin here. And we can pin here, but this is like the highest we've been pinning, honestly. But this is what happens in an insane bull run. It will defy the RSI at this point. And people would say, why is he longing when he knows we're in that high end point? And I know. But my thing is, when we came back down to 15 and we haven't hit 15.4, you know Bitcoin loves to do these retraces. Look at these red candles. And when we only had these mini retraces that just absolutely refused to go back down to previous support, and we just kept getting bought back up over and over again, I knew that 15.8 yesterday, I made a call on my Telegram. I said, guys, I think 15.8, this is it. This is going to be it. So I meant, like, you know, it looks like we're gonna make some big moves out of here. Let's check that 1 minute. The 1 minute is the overall health of the move at that moment in time, right? So you can see that we broke out of this bull flag, but we got rejected. We also see we're seeing bearish divergence, right? A swing up to a swing up here, even up here a little bit. Is that higher? It is a little higher. So we have long-term bearish divvy kind of from here to there. I guess you could say it played out, so I'll cancel that. But we do have some bearish divergence here. Swing up on price to swing highs, so they swing up to a higher degree, right? And then this swings down. We could say it's playing out now, and it is touching the 21-day moving average. You can see as we start to move, we will play with the white line, which is the 21-day. See, we'll be on it. We'll be on it. We'll be on it. Then when we get bearish, we come down, but then it breaks above them all again. Look, broke above them all again. So we're still in a pretty bullish pattern here as long as we bounce off this 21-day moving average. We'll see what happens with this cross. Feels like Bitcoin's now respecting this kind of strange, this bull flag here. I negate a lot of these humps on the 1 minute. I tend that helps me find true trend lines. If I really like hit these levels, I feel like they're just kind of fake outs compared to the real pattern. This could be a breakout and a retest of the initial pattern as well. We could kind of bring this down a little more angled. We could say this is retesting the bull flag. That's actually very positive too. The 1 minute almost always does a retest, even if you can't see it on the other time frames. The 1 minute almost always does a retest. So this would be good if we see a wick here and the pink action come up. It would tell me that Bitcoin's ripping back up to about 16.5. Overall health of Bitcoin is very good on the 4 hour, and that's really where you're going to see most of the move coming, right? So still very bullish for Bitcoin. We just got our MACD cross. We only have one green bar. We tend to get 3 to 6 green bars when we get this play. So look for at least, 3 would be 3 4-hour candles, which would be 12 hours. Yeah. So we're at 9 o'clock, 9:51 right now in the morning. 12 hours from now will be 9 at night, 10 at night about. So around 10 at night, we could see that's when the MACD may be spent, or we could see that it's still up, So between 10 at night, add another 4 hours would be another. So I say 5 candles. And what are you guys are saying? What are you saying, Crypto Lifer? Again, we're just kind of trying to take a percentage of a move by counting these, right? We're looking at the MACD. This one had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Even 10 big green ones before it was spent out. Could we get a push like that? We're in the same area on the MACD, right? So it gives us room to move, meaning like we can get up here. The MACD can get very extended at this point. So I think that's going to be that push. All the oscillators are kind of giving us the space in the room. Now, if you see like a price target that you want, but the oscillator is not there, like for instance, If you're looking at the MACD and the oscillator's this high and you're at 16.5 and you want to go to 19, look at the oscillator never goes higher than this, right? So that would tell you that you're not going to get the move. These are small indications that a lot of traders don't teach, talk about, or show you. These are things you learn from trading and looking at the charts all the time. So this is basically like why my channel, I really feel like, gets to the nitty gritty and the deep dives of the space. Okay, so we went over Bitcoin. Let's take over Bitcoin dominance for you. Saw that dropping as well last night. That also gave me confidence that altcoins would have a bit of a resurgence. It isn't a bull flag, and it could pop out here on the 4 hour. It's starting to go sideways, following Bitcoin a little bit, which is worrying me. Should come back down to the bottom of the pattern, in my opinion. I always set up 2 patterns when I'm looking at things because you never know. I don't always set up 2 patterns, but I try to give myself the idea that there's more than one pattern. I mean, and I play with that. So we could be breaking out of this smaller triangle, see? Or we could be in this longer pattern. Hopefully that's the case, and it brings us back down to 64.41. Even though a 1 more percentage down would help us out a lot on a big move. Let's take YFI. It's my biggest position at the moment. Let's see where we're at. So we got rejected by 19K. Actually, my green line here, that same area. We didn't even get all the way up to it. But so 19.241, you can see we have clear resistance. A bit of a inverted head and complex head and shoulder here. You can see really long. YFI has kind of found its bottom there. We've even found bullish divergence there on the 15-minute. We pointed that out as well last night on the channel. So when we look at here on the 4 hour, it is breaking out of this ascending triangle. Is basically one of my favorite things to play. Like when you see this type of pattern, to me, it just screams bullishness. You know, higher highs. It's bullish when the lows are high and the highs are low, but this is just far more sequenced into the tightness. I'm going to throw in I want to throw in a Bollinger Band on that. You can see how tightly coiled we were. That always tells you it's a great time to get in. So tightly coiled Bollinger Bands, MACD cross. We had 3 MACD crosses. I mean, you know, 3 hills in the MACD as they were getting smaller. So that's like bearish momentum, less bearish momentum, less. It's almost like that's like someone walking you into a bullish trade right there. That's a beautiful indication that you should be getting into the trade, right? You see smaller MACD, bearish MACDs as you get into the bull. Now, 1 hour looks good. We had our pop. Should be strong. We did kind of, it looks like we're hitting a bit of resistance in this area. I need to see the 15-minute to see if we're flagging what's going on. So we're flagging in the 15-minute. Not the best sign that we're oversold. Breaking above the Bollinger Band as well. Usually that is a sign we'll come back to it. But this is good. We're flagging, right? We didn't get rejected. Let's look at the 1 minute and see how big the flag is. So it's a good flag. It's a healthy flag. And now what you're going to do is just draw a green line here. Throw an alert here. And if you're in the trade with me, we don't want to hear this alert go off. Even we could pull it down a little bit to that 200-day. Now, the 200-day usually comes up and holds the price. What you want is you want the RSI. Studying this a lot now, I'm going to show you something really deep on the 1 minute. Get your notes out if you have them, if you want to remember this, because this is key. I'm going to take off the Bollinger Bands. They tend to get a little messy on the side. Now, check it out. Check it out. So we have, what I want to show you is how you can understand the strength of a move through the 1 minute, okay? Now, we know that the RSI goes up and down on the 1 minute. Like every 30 minutes, it's hitting the top. Every 30, 40 minutes, it's hitting the bottom. Sometimes it's elongated. Sometimes it isn't. But for the most part, twice an hour, it's going up and down, up and down, up and down, you know. So what you want to do is you want to play the bottom when you hit the bottom, right? And then look, the price goes up. Now the price is below the 200-day moving average at this point, okay? So what you're planning on is it coming down, and when it's below all the moving averages, that's usually where you're going to long, because it snaps back, snaps back, snaps back. So you're always waiting for the price to get below all the moving averages, right? If you're going to do a scalp on the 1 minute, it's going to happen always in the 1 minute. You don't want this in the 4 hour or 6 hour, please, by all means. But on the 1 minute, you do. So what I'm telling you is that then the price goes back up again. But look, as it goes up on the RSI, it's crossing moving averages. And what that's telling you is, and it's also crossing this bottom trend line. So the first thing it's going to want to do is maybe hold the trend line. So now the RSI comes back down to oversold, but this time it's higher than it was before. The RSI has reset, but it's showing you that the price can't go too much lower because the RSI is already that low, right? The RSI is kind of a meter of how far the price can get. If the RSI is this low, the price can't get any lower, right? 9 out of 10 times. So look, the RSI goes back up again and gets reset. At this point, we're now above the line. Now we come back down. We probably should have held it here, but we didn't. That was a bit of an anomaly to me, maybe a Bitcoin fallout. It also showed you, though, that we had a higher high compared to there. And that tells you now things are starting to make a move, right? You can also see right here, which I always point out on my show, is bullish divergence. Swing low to swing low is in a downward trend degree. But if we go to the same section here on the RSI and we kind of swing those, they start to swing up, and that gives you your bottom. Anyway, now the RSI goes back up again, but now the price starts to move above the 200, and now it's fully above the 21-day, which is the white line. What I'm trying to show you is now when the RSI will reset, the price should start bouncing. See, look, it bounces off the 50 now. Now it bounces off the 200. And so I use that as my idea to long. And we're in the same position now. See, the RSI is going to want to come down right now. As it's come down, the price is going to want to come down, right? Now, I think the price is going to make it all the way up to oversold, so we're going to get up to here on YFI, which puts us at 19,000 again. Now, we're either going to break it. If we don't, we're going to come back down. And what's going to happen is the 200-day moving average is going to work its way up. And when the RSI gets oversold again, the 200-day is going to be that same place. And that's going to be your perfect long. And that's how you kind of gauge the 1 minute with the moving averages and the RSI, and as well as bullish divergence. And using these things together in conjunction, you can really find a bottom. Also, look, we see bullish divergence here, swing low to swing low, and we have swing high to swing high on the price. And that would tell you that's a great place to long at 18,682. Again, these could be leverage trades, stuff like that. Please, 13 people watching, let's hit the like button. Everyone that hits the like button, as I said before, it's really not about me, it's about us. And I know people in my stream have met other people. I've seen them interact with each other. So I know people are meeting people through my group, which I love to see that. That's kind of what I'm here for, is to bring people together. When you hit the like button, it sends the algorithm out and actually attracts someone that you're actually more attracted to, someone that you're more likely to want to vibe off, someone that has ideas and can bounce off of you. And I think by you hitting the like button, you actually will meet someone you like. So it's insane how I talk that out, but I think it's true. I'm in New Jersey, RSR, and bought more DOT a couple days ago. I'm in Engine, RSR, and bought. Shout out to PSY Crypt. I've never seen you on the live stream, man. Steered clear of Wi-Fi because I thought it could be dodgy. No worries, man. Hey, man, nice call. Nice getting that. Engine, RSR, and bought more DOT. Now, RSR, let's get into RSR because I want to talk about Rune and I want to talk about RSR. Oh, I can make this bigger. I'm so sorry about that. This should have been bigger. Nice and big. Ooh, and I forgot my overlay. See what happens when you're running around. Where's my overlay? Boom, there we go. Okay, so we went over the trade Wi-Fi, where we're at in it. It's looking healthy, sitting in a bull flag. As long as it stays in this bull flag, we have no reason to get out of the trade. We're going to have an alert here at this trend line. If it breaks the trend line, that's going to tell us something. So that's going to tell us, hey, wait, this is might be turning bearish. You can see this is the breakout point right here. And you can also see that it was forming the ascending triangle even as it was about to break out, which I actually pointed out to myself. I don't know if I pointed out to everybody else, but I made this pattern, and I said, wow, this thing wants more. So anyway, YFI doing really well. No reason to exit the trade yet. I was enjoying seeing the top of the screen. Damn. I feel like me and you were always going at it. You're like my brother or something, dude. I think we were brothers in another life. I get this like brotherly push and pull with you, which I kind of like because I never had a brother. So welcome. You could be my honorary brother, man, for life. Same. Nice to see the coin tag. I thought we had the coin tag. Okay, so I'll put it on the bottom where my other stuff is. How's that? Difficult. You guys are funny, man. All right, let's just overlay. No, I want the overlay. Killing me. Wow. I don't know why I want the overlay, man. And I've hit the overlay like 5 times now. It knows that I want the overlay. Just refuses. Anyway, I can't waste time with this right now. You guys. Okay, anyway, so brother from another month. So check it out. We got the bull flag, we got Wi-Fi. We're gonna kind of make a move on that. Okay. Now VeChain. If you don't FOMO for VeChain, I don't know what you're doing, right? Because you know it's gonna be a boss, and it's so cheap right now, and it's just still making its way. But look, bearish divergence on VeChain might be a good time to take some profits if you're in it. Let's check it out in the 4-hour though. 4-hour looks cooking though, so that's another reason why I was bullish. If you can see the last few days on my channel, I just keep saying that everything is coiled up, right? You can see the ticker right here, man. Okay, I moved this down so you could see the ticker. So now you guys can't. Now the only thing you can't see is like what I go online and do and stuff, which is kind of none of your business. So I figured Engine would be a good DEX because it's got a lot. You know, INJ is great, man. INJ or ENJ though? Actually, I don't know INJ. Doesn't have to be now. What's your telly name? Come talk and tell. I'd like to know your thoughts on why you choose INJ and RSR. Ain't used to telly yet. Gotta install it. Yeah, man. Get into the Telegram group though. That's really where we grow as a team, man. We talk there all day. Like in anything you have, anything you want to go over. If you got a chart, if you're about to make a trade and you're like, guys, I don't know if it's a good idea. We nail it for you. Now, VeChain looks like it's about to fly out of this, right? I mean, you can see. Could it come back down to the pattern? Yeah, it's possible. Could I extend this up? This gives it room, actually. It's basically saying that it's not there yet. It's going to make it back to the top of the pattern first before anything else. Might actually give you 5%. 2.7% gains. Best Telegram group I've come across. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. We're also connected to multiple Telegram groups. Like everyone in there is in like other big Telegram groups. So even though we only have like 55 people, we're getting the information from like 15, 20,000 people. Like we're connected to like 100,000 people, really, I think, if I really were to do the math. So we're a strong team, man. And we know where to look. We know where to go. We have some veterans mixed in with some noobs, but the guys that are new are super intelligent, super smart. XRP, man, just taking that move. Looking beautiful right now. Look at that. XRP to the moon. Shout out to anyone if you took my call on XRP. Funny, I did leave money on the sidelines last night, and I said, why? But you know what? I'm here for the long haul. I'm here for a long time. And look at that. Even on the 1 hour, you can see, boom, buying the pink, bottom of the trend line, double bottom forming, everything that we show you in our trades. If you're new, we have a 5 checklist system before we get into a trade. The first is it in a bullish pattern? You need to memorize all your bullish patterns that break out 68% of the time. If you don't, it's very easy. Memorize price patterns. I have a video if you're having issues with that and you want to check it out. I can show you the video. It's in my channel. It's one of the first videos, though, at the bottom of my channel. So just go to the very bottom. We can get into that in a second. Shout out to everyone who hits the dislike button for making money. Awesome. So we definitely have a lurker who lurks and hits the dislike button every time. And I tell them that actually helps the YouTube algorithm when they do that, because a controversy, YouTube likes a little bit of controversy. So it can't hurt to have a couple dislikes in there, here and there. Anyway. Get this out of here. That's bugging out everyone's head. Now join me at Twitter at CryptoLifer33. You can see, just put up fun ideas. But when it gets heating up, I also do. I also put in my calls right to the Twitter. So check that out. XRP, man, it was gonna have its time. It was only a matter of time. Why did I know? Well, when XRP stuck its head out of this resistance, it had been in since August 2nd. I said, wow, that's 3-month resistance. It's going to break out. Then it formed a pennant here, and then it boomed out. See what happened to waves. See what's going on. YFI coiled up. So you see everything was coiled up. It was easy to make money. All you had to do was play these coiled up triangles. It was risky. Bitcoin was playing games, but I assured everyone in my group that we were coiled up in multiple altcoins, and that you don't get this coil up. Like, here's a coil up there one time. Here you get a coil up in the falling wedge, right? And then what I'm trying to say is you don't get these opportunities. Like, they're not these what I say highest probability trades. Did Russia use waves for voting? I don't know. That's a good question. That would be amazing though, right? Wow, we went to 496, 522. I had it right here at this double bottom. I said we should buy it here at the bottom of the pattern, 379. I even had, I started getting into the trade here, waves. I saw bullish divergence right here after it broke out of this. And I said, wow, I didn't look at the parabolic move that it went on though. Jeez Louise. A little upset that I didn't ride that all the way, right? Or I didn't take some leverage trades. Very easy to play. You just keep drawing patterns, man, and then play the bottom of the pattern every time with a very stiff stop loss. And you know what? When you're in a bull market like this, but you can take profits at this point, but not even bearish divergence yet on this. This could actually continue to fly. Waves, man. What is the news for waves? Tether and Sydney Stock Exchange. Bitcoin outperformed by Ethereum, but still has more holders profiting. Crypto market sentiment is out of positive zone again. That's not true, man. These guys are freaking out of their minds. I see so much nonsense that it's ridiculous. Anyway. Head and shoulder on uni on the 1 hour. You got a shoulder, a bit of a head, and a shoulder. Could play out even further down. You take the head to the basically to the neckline, and then you bring it this line down, and that would give you your target. It will probably want to kiss the 200-day moving average, maybe come back to it one more time. So look for uni maybe for a possible entry, either here at support or here at support. But I definitely think you're going to have a little bit of a retrace. You see bearish divergence. This is how you know how to get in and out of a trade, guys. You just draw swing up to swing up, swing low to swing low, and when you see that, you just get out of the trade. And 7 out of 10 times, you're going to sell pretty damn close to the top and thank yourself for it. And you'll be able to get back in once it consolidates and find support at a lower region. So you don't have to really worry. Also, whenever you're this far away from the 21-day moving average, look, we got up. I'm going to show you something. When we got this high, we snapped back. We got this high, we snap back. We got this high, we snap back. We got this high, we snap back. And we got this high, you knew that we were snapping back, especially when you had the bullish divergence. So you use the bullish divergence with the distance from the moving average, and voila, you have a perfect trade in hand. Now we do see a diamond too, right? Somewhat of a diamond pattern. If I take this guy, nah, not really. I'm not gonna do that. Not worth it. Definitely head and shoulder pattern though. All right, guys, start throwing me some tickers. Let's get it going. I want to go over what you're into, see if I can help you out, see if I can show you some insight. Hi, Sam. Will you be touching on Litecoin? I took a position to stay safe while moving, but would like to put some profits into Bitcoin. But wondering if staying in Litecoin would be better profit scenario for now. Thanks. Banned. All right, let's get into Litecoin. I was talking about Litecoin last night. That's another reason why I longed Bitcoin on the leverage trade, because when I saw that Litecoin had boomed up, look at this, dude. Wow, Litecoin on the 1 hour. So Wi-Fi alert. Now Wi-Fi, hold on. I got to get back to my alert on Wi-Fi. So now Wi-Fi is falling. See? And this is why you do this. Go back to our 1 minute. Huh. Weird how it doesn't have my pattern that I must have drawn on another window. Show me my pattern, guy. Come on. Sun is bright, man. So there was our line that we didn't want Wi-Fi to touch on the 1 minute. You see, I'm just taking you through like the motions here. So we hit in the bottom of the pattern. I thought we would keep going up. Strange. So this tells me that we're in this pattern here. Could we fall through? We're going to hit the 200-day moving average and reset the RSI, which tells me that probably we'll have a bounce here off this area. Really need to hold support though from this measured move up. Really need to hold support 18,700. Yeah, looking good though. See, look, bounce off the trend line. So that's where you want to get in. That's where you want to get into trades. You want to keep drawing your trend lines, and these are entries, bottom of the trend line. Now we should keep going back up. So we did just touch 18,942. We're going to do it again. It's going to form a double bottom at that point, and that could propel us out of the pattern. So I'd like to see us get out of the pattern. I mean, we got out and we had to get drawn back in. We'll see what happens with YFI. Let's get back into funny patrons of the moon. I say buy Bitcoin too, man. I went long Bitcoin last night, and the reason is because, come on, see, this is that we're struggling a little bit though. The pattern's getting ugly. I don't like when the pattern gets this ugly. It's getting messy. Chop, you know. I guess we'd have to bring the pattern down here and say this is the pattern, because I mean we did get 2 touches clean. Looking basically just like YFI, right? They look identical. It just bounced off bottom of the trend lines. How low did that go? And we didn't even get oversold yet. We kind of just decided enough was enough. And we got a big wick. These wicks, and that's a pretty big wick for the 1 minute. I'll be honest. Like, that's a big one. Sent us up. See, these big ones sent us down. So that's another big wick going to send you up. So you can use wick theory to get in and out of trades as well. Bitcoin could be possibly in a bit of a weird double bottom here. Bottom, forming not a perfect double bottom, but you can kind of see it on the RSI as well. We also have hidden bullish divergence, because we have swing low here to swing low, but we have swing up, and that tells you that the trend will continue. So that's another good indication. So with your hidden bullish divergence, bottom of the trend line, wick, and your curve up on the 1 minute, that would have been a great entry. And again, it could come back down to the pattern again, but would still put you higher than your entry. So this is still possibly time to make a move here on Bitcoin. I'd like to see it break out, and then you could just buy this breakout on even on the 1 minute. We'll see where it goes. 30 minute getting a little spent. Let's delete that text. We don't need it. And let's get back into Litecoin for love learning. So sorry it took me a second. Got taken away there. So Litecoin, man, hitting $70, huge for me. I'm a huge Litecoin holder. I own 50 Litecoin. So when Litecoin goes up, it's a good day for me as well. Adds to my bags, packs my parachute ready to jump from the spaceship after we hit the moon, so I can come back down to Earth and spend my moon tokens. Anyway, so Litecoin doing really well. Should you sell Litecoin? Now, here's the question. Will you be touching on Litecoin, taking a position to stay safe while moving, but would love to put some profits into Bitcoin? I'd like to know when you took the position and what your entry was, because this is Litecoin doing something unreal. Honestly, Litecoin doesn't move a lot. When it does, it moves rare, and when it does, it moves. And once Litecoin's moving, that's an indication to me that big things are going on. And look, again, all you have to do is use my system and use it over and over again. Buy at the bottom of the patterns, here, here. Use the MACD where the pink is about to come, or where the blue line's crossing. Boom. MACD, bottom of the trend line right here. Also, what you do is you establish where it's coming closer to the trend line. I teach you how to go to the 5-minute earlier time frame. You get established bullish divergence, meaning swing low to swing low. You always want to get the second most outrooting swing, and then you get this swing low to this swing low. That actually is lower, and they're pretty even. They're even, and this is more of a line. So it's secret divergence, which I've coined on my here. Yeah, Patriots did it, man. Nice game, dude. LTC is your dad's crypto. It really is. But you have to remember that PayPal opening up Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, and Ethereum to the masses is going to give Litecoin a little bit of an edge as compared to other coins. Now you can see Litecoin. This is what I like to see. Whenever you get high and you're this far away from the 21-day, you can always take a little profit. Always. Because the price is going to come back down to the moving average. It's going to happen. So you don't have to worry. It's going to happen. Look, up here, it comes back. Up here, it comes back. Up here, and it happens on every time frame. Here we got up high, we came back down. And that's how you know we're flagging now for Litecoin. Litecoin looking very bullish. Let's look at the 4-hour. Now, the 4-hour just had some big crosses. It could start to kind of go sideways here, and we are getting overbought. So, you know, it would be a good time to take profits on Litecoin. But I'll check the daily for you, though. The daily also kind of not overbought yet, though. You know, Litecoin, I feel like, wants to get back into the 80s. See the support and resistance for Litecoin. Really doesn't have a lot right now that it's fighting. I feel like it could easily gap up to 84 before you have to think about it. A little bit of a Adam and Eve double bottom here. As you can see, we had our Adam, and then we have our Adam, and then we have our Eve. Not perfect, but it is there, right? Let's see, we kind of fell out of it there.
I have more and more art.
You have more art? Living the good life. So what we're going to do is today, we're going to put these up on Rarible. And we're going to start selling these on Rarible. This is her art. Every day she brings art to the live stream. And we could actually like maybe even connect them to an episode, right? Like from that day. And that will be like that day's artwork. And you could buy that artwork for that day. And hey, man, this could become a Rarible NFT one day that people fiend for, right? So anyway. Yeah, could you help me figure it out? For sure, man. I mean, I don't know. I definitely would like to work with you on that. Yesterday, you mentioned that DOT might be a good play during the Bitcoin pullback. Can you expand on that idea? Yeah, well, the last time I saw Bitcoin making crazy moves, DOT just held $4 really, really well. So look at Litecoin now in this bigger Adam and Eve double bottom. So I spoke too soon. I had an Adam and Eve inside an Adam and Eve. I mean, this is just telling you that we're on our way to the moon in almost all these coins. Like, I get goosebumps at this point. Because these render 40% gains once they break out of their target up here. Like, kind of like, and Litecoin breaks that green line and goes up 64% back to previous resistance. at 144, right? So DFOT Bitcoin. Yeah, let's talk. Let's DM together later on if we can. 14 likes, 15 people watching. Really appreciate that, guys. That's unreal for you guys to 90% like me like that. Really, really, really happy about that. Thank you so much. It means the world. And then it just switched from a dislike to a like. Who does that? I would love to know who it is. I think it's my buddy Scott O'Leary if I had to bet, but who knows? Who knows? Anyway, let's take a look at, oh, you mean DOT. Yeah, you wrote DFOT. I'm like, wow, that's a new coin I haven't heard. Thank you for the like. See, someone keeps swinging back. I think it is Scott. If it's you, hit the like and the dislike button again, Scott. It's like Ghost. Like if he does the Ghost move, like Ghost. Yeah, it is Scott. Look, now the dislike came in again. He's got 2 accounts open. Come on, man. I know what you're doing, man. Ridiculous. Anyway, I don't care. I went over that the likes help you guys meet people you like to like. It's really what it does. I am just I'm the square, right? Like the city square. You guys are coming to meet at my city square, right? Or at the city square. I just happen to be the city square. My energy is the room. Your vibes are the attraction. We are all one together moving, right? Hi again, Sam. Just checked. I have 42 Litecoin and bought between 54 and 59. Only own $400 worth of Bitcoin. So torn while I watch Bitcoin go up. But why? You'll make more money. Look at Da Vinci. Yesterday, he sold all his Bitcoin for a lot of altcoins. Like, he's deciding to get out. Like, right now is the time to use altcoins to accumulate Bitcoin. I think we're going to have a little bit of a run up in December. You do want to kind of play 2 ends against the middle. But, you know, don't worry about what everyone else is doing. Some people don't buy Litecoin at all. Like, one guy, he put his whole life savings in Ethereum last bull run, right? He didn't even touch, like, Bitcoin. And he became a multimillionaire, right? Just focus on your coins. Like, you could just focus on, I thought about that last night, you know, if you just focus on 3 coins, accumulate them and sell them when you need to, you'll probably hit very close to the top because you won't be like running around looking at 100 other things. And then B, you'll know exactly where you are each day. It'll be a lot easier to track. You know, a lot of people say coins are like kids. The more you have, the harder it is to take care of them. And I believe in that, you know. Let's look at easy for a second. I just want to get after we made that trade. Wow, look. And that's why you sell the top, my friends. Still not over yet. Got bought back up. I need to kind of see it on a smaller time frame. So it broke out of this small wedge, came back down. Getting oversold now. Might be a time to jump back in. I'm going to leave it alone. Just not my tea at the moment. Some big gains coming though. If once it settles, I'm gonna wait for it to get into a clear pattern, and then I'll play the bottom of that pattern like I do all the time. Anyway, what 3 coins would you pick, Sam, if you had to pick 3? DOT, Link, and ETH. If I had to pick 3 coins, let's say if it wasn't Bitcoin and I had to pick 3, I'd have to put Cardano in there long term. Honestly, there's different reasons for different things. If I was short on money and I needed to come up on some money, like I just was like, damn, like I needed to make the money and I didn't have like the years to hold. Honestly, almost anything is going to make you money at this point. I know it's insane to say that, but it's true. I say Band, man. I would put my money on Band and I would put my money on Atom. The reason why I put money on Band and Atom is because they just move. When the market moves, they usually respond well. And I've seen them doing this over and over and over again. Other coins sometimes respond, sometimes don't. You know, look at this complex inverted head and shoulder on the 1 hour. It's kind of what you want to see. We got our breakout on our way back. We could kind of even elongate the pattern now. Say we just had a bit of a fallout there. And there you go. And now we're back, and we should get back to the top of the pattern at 528 and then break out. If not, we'll come back up to 528. That's what I'm thinking, because I feel like that was as bearish as we were going to get. These coins also tend to pump with Bitcoin a little bit. So that's something that got it. 3 coins I like. Maybe I'll finally get to my 1 Bitcoin with that strategy. But there are some great strong coins. Which other 2 or 3? I like DOT, but my issue with DOT is it's very, very large market cap. If you're trying to make some money to get in, I would say Lend is a better play, right? Lend at 67 cents. When Lend moves, it moves. Look at Lend. It looks like it wants to either A, hold this level here like it's in this pattern, kind of like a real sharp uptrend, or that it just at least wants to squeak back to the bottom of the trend line here at 64.90. But I think the 50s are done for Lend. I feel like it's going to make another big pump up out of its position. You're going to see Lend up to 94. So love learning, Denise. I would say Lend would be the play you really want to make. The reason is because it moves. Lend, Band, and Atom. I mean, those three coins I think would get you very, very paid. Yeah, if you look at Band went to $17. It went from $1 to $17 in June, July, May, June, July, and August. Band had a run like you wouldn't believe. Adam is slow as F. Haven't heard about TRX in the longest time. You know, I just think TRX is a shitcoin, man. I hate to say it, you know. I don't think it'll ever, they trying to bring up, you know, they had just swap and, oh, it's going to be better and all this nonsense. Honestly, I got into TRX at like 2 or 3 cents and I sold it at 6 cents. I got in at 7 cents. I sold it at like 25 cents. Like, I made so much money off TRX in the first bull run that I don't think I'd ever need to trade it again. You know, I did make it a long-term holding for a while, but I ended up getting out of it to create capital for my trading. I had $500 worth of it around 2 cents like a year ago. Like, you talk about a boring coin. You said Atom was boring. I mean, TRX. Again, though, everything went up in that August bull run, and we're about to have one now. Dominance about to get rejected. Bitcoin sitting strong. I think once we get up there, I think Bitcoin goes more sideways than retraces. And when Bitcoin goes sideways, we're going to see some. This is just the beginning for these alts at this point. You can see that they've bottomed out after a huge run up. They've bottomed out. The best you can get, though, look, this goes up. Yeah, and he'll just keep coming up with new coins, man. That's what he did. He did Just Coin. He did Sun Coin. And if you want to see all his coins, they're all in the dump, man. Every single one of them. Like, let's look at them for a second. Let's just look at Just and Sun. And I just know a Just and Sun coin because it's in the shit. Look at this. He opens them up and he sells them on everybody. And then everyone holds thinking they're going to go up. And then everyone just gives up. And, oh, yeah, it's Just and Sun. Yeah, maybe this could pump again now. We're at the lows of the lows. I mean, that doesn't mean you can't make something out of that, right? Look how much it's gone up since its bottom. 39%. Yeah, you can dig in the bottom all you want. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so been watching DIA, Hopium strong, LOL. It is. DIA is a good coin. And honestly, I hear about it a lot, right? You brought it up on the stream. Someone was in Twitter with it last night. Check out DIA. Let's see. I had it in this rounded bottom. I guess I was a little too clean with the roundedness there. So here it is. This is accumulation phase for sure. This is where things get accumulated down here. So great time to get in. I think altcoins aren't going to see a carnage like we saw before. Again, anything is possible, but I feel like the beatdown is over, right? Let's take a look at .BTC. Now it is the time to start looking at making Bitcoin against the altcoin, making Bitcoin with altcoins. You're going to see me change out of my USDT pairings more and go into BTC pairings. The reason is because, number one, I'm here to accumulate Bitcoin and not US dollars. Number two is I know that a lot of these coins are going to gain against Bitcoin, especially once Bitcoin gets a big move. You're going to see, and that's when you can take advantage of the altcoin market to obtain more Bitcoin, which is basically the idea if you're a Satoshi lover like myself. So, number C. Yeah, A, B, or C. So, Bitcoin is at the lowest it's been ever. A lot of these coins are very low in comparison, right? Let's look at the daily on that. Yeah, so I feel like it's coiling up, losing momentum at this point. Very oversold. Might be a really good time to start kind of accumulating some dot against Bitcoin, right? You don't know though, right? Bitcoin could still have its run. We'll see what happens. I don't think this is the time yet, but I think we're on the precipice of that move, right? Yeah, and you do see the bullish divergence. Very good pointed out, right? You have swing low to swing low here. And when you see it on the daily, that's very strong. Sometimes you have to go to bigger time frames. That would tell you there's your swing. That's where you want to start accumulating right there. I mean, textbook. That's what we do here on the channel. Textbook right there. Waves just, wow. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. And look, it's still just accumulating. Like, wow, look at that huge cup. You just get waves here, get waves there, buy on the dips, and then unload up here. Waves would have been a great DCA for the month, right? Start buying in October, get at 250, get a little bit of 3. Damn, I'm pissed we played it here, and that's all we played was like from here to about there. But hey, man, you can't get it all. You just can't. And you'll lose trying to chase everything, right? So Wi-Fi hit my limit here. Now it did a bit of a double bottom. A little bit of bearish divergence too. Swing low to swing low with a swing up here. It's telling us that, hey, come on, Wi-Fi. Why are you hanging out down here at the bottom of the channel? Time for you to make your way back up to the top of the channel, man. Like did here. So watching Wi-Fi closely here. Time to stack sats. Yeah, bullish divergence. ADA might be bottoming. Now, let's take a look at ADA. ADA, one of my biggest holdings, one of my favorite holdings. I've met Charles Hoskinson's amazing guy. Again, someone said, how do you look for coins? How do you look for opportunities? And I said, I like to buy people. And what I mean by that is I like to buy the person behind the company. When I see a person behind the company has it together, well established, seems to have their SHIT together, and then I look at their previous track record. Obviously, I even look at like how they treat their employees, people that they work with, things of that nature. And Charles Hawkinson is, to me, an exceptional individual. And actually having to meet him and have a nice conversation with him eye to eye and connect with him in a little bit, actually, even though it was only for a couple hours in New York City. And then even listening to how he got there, he had been to South Africa, flew to China, flew to New York. Like the guy had been living on a plane for 2 weeks straight. Buy team, brand, marketing, vision. Yeah, you also want to go to Twitter. You want to see how active they are on Twitter. You want to see what's going on now. So Cardano to me is a winner. Also EOS. EOS barely moves, very slow, but it's a winner. Why is it a winner? Because it's Dan Larimer, and Dan Larimer's not going to lose. He was basically creating a satellite weapon system for the U.S. government, right? And he kept us safe for a long time. So I believe if he puts together a project, it's going to boom pretty well. EOS looks like it's actually about to take off right now. Looks like we're going to have Bitcoin go to a certain level, and then I think altcoins are just going to rain on us today. See the percentage out of this. Usually what the 5 minute can only give you, what, like 3 to 4% usually in this type of environment. 2.48%. But that looks like it's about to happen. Nice little scalp if you want to get in on that. Let's look at Cardano. Wow, Cardano breaking out. Yeah, you can see that clearly was a pretty good bottom. Again, bullish divergence. You don't mind these. Anytime you see drastic moves like that, you just kind of like, you omit them. You omit them because they don't follow the pattern fully, right? They're anomalies. Now, that would have been your bottom there too. If you got on that wick, I mean, exceptional. Usually it does go lower than that though, so that's not always the perfect plan. And boom. Yeah, baby. There we go. And there's our breakout that we needed. That should do the same for Wi-Fi. You think it would propel Wi-Fi Maybe we'll wait for some profits to get taken. But that's a big move right there for Bitcoin. Breaking out. See? And that's how you do it, man. You get in on bullish divergence. Over and over again, I keep showing you. But swing to swing. And also, that 200-day moving average. I just talked about that earlier. I said as you go up on the RSI, I kind of brought you through trades. And I taught you how to long and how to find bottoms. Because, look, now your RSI comes back down to the 200-day moving average, which is yellow. 16,450 for Bitcoin. Good news. HHR now on TradingView. Bad news. The charts are new. I see what you're saying. Yeah. So we'll just stick where we're at for a couple weeks until we get more data, right? That's called the Nations of the Moon pump on BTC. What is called the Nations of the Moon pump? Do you know about Fusion, FSN? I did a little dabble into Fusion. That's called the Nations of the Moon pump. Patriots. I'm confused right now, Theo. But hey, cool, man. I don't know what you're saying. Like, the Patriots won yesterday, yes. Made me happy. I don't know if that's what you're saying. We are overbought here, and you're going to see, do we have, no divergence, but we're overbought. So I'm telling you that Bitcoin's going to have to flag. And now what happens is, what you want, and this is what you keep watching, is support and resistance flips consistently on the 1 minute. So this is where your candles close right here. We had some wicks, so you put your line here. And then basically we shouldn't go lower than that. And then you put a line here as well. These two green lines should hold. If they don't, it's just like we popped out and we're going to pop back in, you know? Or are we making like somewhat of this, like a ride? At this point, you have to make, you just have to change the possible idea, right? Something like this, you know? Are we in that big of a wedge? Possible. Sometimes these go up, down, then they go up a little, and then they fly out. Broadening wedge does this, and then it pops out of the pattern. Excuse me. Patrons of the Moon made a call on Bitcoin. Yeah, like, honestly, I gotta shout this guy out, man. He's on point. Bitcoin to 17K this week. I mean, yeah. 1017 this morning. Looks like I'm buying back my Bitcoin. Send it, you know. Waves just made a new yearly high. Yeah, I was up at 3 in the morning last night. That's another thing, guys. Like, I was watching the market. I'm on 4 hours of sleep, so I basically was ready for you guys today because I was watching the market at 3 a.m. I saw Bitcoin at 16,300 right before I went to bed at about 4 in the morning. Maybe I checked it one last time. Yeah, it's 16.3, and then off to the races. This is what I do for a living, my friend. Nothing else. Nothing else. I don't have a choice at this point. Lost my job. So it's either do this or I'll go back to the streets, right? I don't want to go back to the streets. Used to ride dirty on my Harley. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, true story. True story, man. Wrapped ETH wants to fly. I also made a call. I mean, I publicly made a call on my channel yesterday. I was flirting with the 1 minute, looking at it, and then I want to see if I can see the actual call. Like, I was hyped last night. I was feeling the Kool-Aid, and I saw this little bear. I saw this little bear guy, and I was like, this is funny. And so I wrote, like, you know, look, so she throws it to the first bear. This is the funniest thing you ever seen. And then look, the other bear's like, hey, yo, hey, come on. Send me some food, bro. Send it over. Yo, and I said, that's how you feel when, you know, and see, I even put this, at 4 a.m. last night, I'm telling you, when Litecoin moves, it's telling you something. Like, Litecoin doesn't always move, you know. The bear is alpha, right? So yesterday I was flirting around with the 1 minute, and I finally said, I'm making a public call here. Bitcoin at 18, you know. I even said leverage long is now. This is at 3:04 p.m. yesterday. Leverage long is now. 1% of the portfolio. Stop is 1550. Target 16K, 15X. That was at 15,870, right? So it would have got you in below 16K into a leverage trade. Oh, Bear is so sweet. Isn't he so sweet? With his little hand doing that. He's so cute, man. Animals, freaking love animals. Like, they're just innate beauty, and they're innate, like, they're just like loving. Like, yeah, they would probably kill you and attack you if you went near them, but I'm saying, like, they don't know any better. Like, and they don't mean to do that. Like, they're loving. They're just innately loving, doing their own thing. Who doesn't want to see that bear again, right? You guys are funny, man. Like, I got all this knowledge going over coins. You guys like, yo, play the bear again? It's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. Yo, send it. Send it. He's licking his lips too. He's so all right, my bad. Waste of time. Anyway, if you're in the Telegram, 56 members, join that Telegram. It's really gonna pay off for you. Sometimes you're gonna be in a trade. You're gonna need to know something, and either me or someone in there is gonna hook you up with some great knowledge. Gonna kind of serve you right. So could we be in this pattern, or are we in this pattern that we broke out of? You know, it's kind of all. We are holding this level now, but we gotta have our fall off. MACD wants to come back, so we need to go sideways. Really wouldn't want to see it come back down to this green line. Kind of pointless, right? But hey, it can reestablish our new bottom, which would be now 16,400. 420 even. So that would be great if this level holds as new support, this new green line. And again, you're like, where did I get these green lines? These are from way earlier in the past, right? And we have them all the way up to 20K. Again, I make these lines on the 4 hour, establish my support and resistance levels beforehand, so I know where I'm at. So helpful. Now we're forming a cup too, which is bullish, man. Getting ready for another parabola, possibly. Like that guitar. And boom, on our way to the moon, guys. Find the one guy welding his head into the rail. Oh, that was so funny. That was so funny. What a waste of time, though, guys. Come on, like, we have other stuff to do. Here he is. Here he is. This is the best. This is the best. This is what I call buying when the MACD is high. Buying when the RSI is overbought. You'll get into a trade you'll never be able to get out of. Unless you take a loss. For all you animal lovers, check out the incredible story of how Leopard Diablo became Spirit. Anna Breitenbach's animal communicator. Dude, that's dope. Thank you for that. Another deep dive that I can go to take me away from trading. No. Show your daughter the video about the Black Panther. I think she'll love it. Okay. Thank you. I'm going to do it, man. Thank you very much. She's really into animals. Like, my daughter is, if there's a dog at a park, she doesn't play with the other kids. She doesn't play with the ball. She goes right to the dog, and she's on the dog until I beg her to leave the dog alone. She wants an animal more than anything in this world. So, again, though, I don't like, my house is so clean. I don't want to bring a dog. I had a dog for years, but, like, bringing a dog in and out of the house. I know I sound like such a weirdo saying that. But I do love animals, and I've had 2 dogs in my life, and they were like the greatest things on earth, right? But my wife seems to think that they're, they could cause germs and stuff. I'm like, come on, man, it's a dog. Everybody has dogs, but they do bring germs into the house. And right now, our house is just like neat and clean, and we clean it every few days, and everything's perfect, nice where it is. And we bring a dog in here, and it's gonna be hair and dirt and just, yeah. But you know what? That love is irreplaceable. So, Rain, Mo? Popping out of nowhere on the low. Mo lurking. Band bouncing off support here. I think that's your bottom at 548. Send it. Look like Band will get back up here to 747. So get ready, man. It's in a bit of a, there's your head, complex head and shoulder. It will break out at the neckline here at 613. Get back above 6, and Band is on its way. We're in accumulation for Band as well, in my opinion. All these are in the accumulation phase. And I think there were the lows. We had our discount. Let's look at Bitcoin dominance. Still kind of doing the same thing. What is it doing on the 15-minute? Okay, this is good. Hit the top of the pattern, and now it's breaking down. Now it's breaking down. So that's good to see. Let's see it just keep coming back down, but it looks like it's going to get a bounce at 65.36. Not that great. When you're alone, start giving her some Dogecoin, right? Oh, the Black Panther story, who was named and being projected on as evil, but just wanted to be thought of as love. An amazing story. See, you guys know the same stuff. I swear I attract like kindred spirits, like souls that have known each other before, people that have been around, you know. Shout out to everyone on the live stream. We got 16 watching right now, 17 likes, more likes than watches. That's very rare to see. That tells you something about the community that we have here and what's going on and the type of value that we bring. ARPA. You're alone. Let's check out a 4-hour and let's look for some wins. What we're going to do is I'm going to show you how we scroll through this entire lev. So Lend really looks like the 4-hour winner right now. Hasn't really popped out of resistance yet. What I mean by that is if you saw it on a smaller time frame, if we actually got to the real Lend chart, Lend has been up here before. So Aave just kind of Aave tether is smaller. Now Lend in this ascending triangle, to me at the bottom of the pattern, in my opinion, or damn near close to it. 65 would be it. You're at 66.50. Wait for this to roll over on the 1 hour, and then that would be time to get down into Lend. So all we have to do is just wait for this 1 hour to kind of make our cross. We'll probably get very minimal bullish MACD momentum in the bullish favor. It won't be too strong because we're coiled in. Let's throw a Bollinger Band on that. I bet we're coiled. Yeah, we're getting very, very coiled as well. I don't know if you're familiar with the ADX DI. We can take a look at that. We can also take a look at the market cipher. Love those 2 likes. Really appreciate it. Just came in again as I talk about the likes. So I know who you are. I know what you're doing and whatever, man. If you think it's funny, that's cool. But I think it's weird that you spend that much time sitting on my live stream playing. I know who's doing it. I know who it is, guys. I have this friend who like claims to be my friend, but he's kind of like a lurker. I know everyone has lurkers in their lives. He finds me so interesting that he's obsessed with me, but yet like our relationship is a bit skewed because he's not too loyal of a person. So I've kept him away, but we had some close moments, and I think it's him, and he watches my channel, and then because look, I'm talking about him, and the likes change, see? So I know it's him. Like, I know who it is. Like, I have, like, crazy knowledge through ether. Like, I can feel things. Like, I know when someone's talking about me. I know when, like, it's insane, right? I think we all have those abilities, but I've been in tune with them for a long time. Anyway, so let's take a look at what's going on with Market Cipher here. Do we see any green dots, any longs? Just trying to take a look, maybe 15-minute green dot, something to show us. So yeah, right there at the bottom of the pattern there, telling you that was it. Usually it's a really good indicator at that point, and that's giving you your green dot. We should come back down to the pattern. So even then, you would never have been stopped out. So Lend, man, really may be the big winner today. Once it breaks out of this pattern, tonight or tomorrow, you're gonna see, and you know Lend likes to move, man. It's going to move. Wait for Bitcoin to find its happy spot, and Lend is gonna take those profits. I think Len and Ben and Adam, they like to take the profits out of Bitcoin first. I see them like just rush into these coins. BQBX, yeah, BQX. Take a look at that. Voyager, man. When you're alone. Yeah, a bit of a double bottom forming here. You can see that. Amit, you've been very good at finding bottoms for me, man. Numerous times. I should have played every stock play you gave me. He gave me like 3 stock plays. They're all up like 30, 40, 50, 60%. Huge. Solo, he gave me He talked about plug power as well. Kind of put them on my radar. Insane. So this is forming, to me, kind of a triple bottom, right? One. No. So 1, 2, 3 triple bottom. This is really forming the double bottom here. You can see that's definitely where you want to get in. Let's look at the 1 minute if we can establish bullish divergence on that. And we really can. Again, this is a coin with not a lot of volume, so hard to trade. But there's your bullish divergence. You can see it's extremely elongated. That gave you your bottom. Almost, we could push it all the way to here. This is your bottom. Temp bottom right now at 8.55. Textbook trade. Let's look at the 4 hour. So we've established the bottom with the 1 minute. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hour is losing momentum. We are getting at the bottom of a pattern, but we're in a very large pattern. So let's look at this. I think we all have strengths. Hadouken, man, you're good at finding these gems, man, before they fly. It's at the bottom of the trend line right now, okay? It does have the MACD crossing the way we don't want it, which means it's coiling up here. We do want to see if it's going to make it or break it. It did bounce this oversold region, and you can almost say, because of the wick, we can't say, but if we went by the candles alone, it is slightly bullish divergence. Will this hold? You also, I feel like you have to pull a Fibonacci on this because you got to get an idea of where it's bouncing off of, right? So bouncing off of the 786, so a 70% retrace, right? And if we go here and try to play that, it's off the 706, which is what I call the secret fib. Yeah, it's a good swing. I think you're right. I think you'll get to the top of the pattern, if anything. And what's good about the trade is you don't have to risk a lot, right? Let's see how much you'll get if you just ride up to the top of the pattern. 21% gains about, maybe 18 to 21. And you only have to put a stop loss probably below the 706 because that should hold as a Fibonacci level. So the reason why I like these trades, and this is why I push these trades, is because the probability is low of you getting stopped out. 6% stop loss, though, you have to be a little sharp with it. And then 18%, 20 to 18 to, so it's 3-to-1 risk reward ratio. You're going to risk about 6.5 to get about 18.9, 19% gains. And then you have your levels of support and resistance, which I was telling someone the other day. See how I put my support and resistance lines? See how the Fibonacci hits that? Check this out. Some people look at Fibonacci levels. Some people look at support and resistance. Now, you find support and resistance by going back in the chart and seeing where the price stopped and began. Now, the price stopped and began on the Fibonacci's. So it's kind of like what came first, the chicken or the egg? Did the Fibonacci come first or did the support and resistance? They're going to be at the same place, guys. Look. See how my lines are layered? So just remember that support and resistance basically is Fibonacci, if you think about it, if you really, really think about it. Yeah, it's Voyager. This is Voyager. You see the ticker up here? Hard to see. Okay. Now, basic attention token. I've been really raving about it. Bottom of the pattern there. It fell through the bottom of the pattern, but that was your entry. I guess they tried to wick anyone out who thought they could play the bottom of the pattern. But now it's bouncing up. Look for it to continue to wick out of this. And when it does, this thing is going to erupt. 4 hour has a pretty big cross coming. This could come right out of the pattern. It's in a double bottom as well. You can see that W. I don't say I didn't tell you so. Look for this to boom up to 23. Breaks 23, going back to 24, and then all the way back up to 27. Link. I would like to see Tesla. You know what? Blindly, I called that $400, 410 Tesla buy. And to me, if it's below 400, I'll be flabbergasted. It won't make any sense to me. It should be at like 410 right now. Yep. See, bottom of the pattern, 408. This is where, I'm telling you right now, Tesla is heavily coiled up with the 4 hour about to fly. This week is going to be Tesla's week. Don't miss it. There's going to be a huge gain for Tesla coming. I've been saying it every other day on my channel, if not every day. I don't go over Tesla every day. I feel like I go over it Monday through Friday, though. Not on the weekends. Usually we're all about crypto on the weekend. Now, Tesla is going to fly. If you want to make some money, perfect time to buy Tesla is right now. So please do that. 18 likes, and love having that dislike there with 17 people. More likes than people watching. That's like insane. A lot of YouTubers are unable to achieve that. So I'm super excited about this. Now, this is going to go up to 700. So huge 66% gains coming out of Tesla. It's right there written in the sand for you guys. So take it while you can, man. Take it while you can. This is an opportunity. I'll go over Tesla, SLV. SLV in the same spot like it's always been in, about to fly. Look at it. It looks just like Tesla. Bottom of the pattern coiled up. 39% gains coming all the way up to $30, right? That's shares trust, right? That's basically a silver ETF. Also give you the price of silver, which is at $24.50. It's in this rising wedge, but it's respecting this trend line. We did have a head and shoulders that did not play out. I didn't think it should. Should basically keep going up this trend line. Should make it back up, coil up. And I'm expecting it actually to break out of this rising wedge, not to break down. Back up to support at 27. And then I'm getting a call into late January, mid-January, of about $33 for silver. So around January 20th, I think silver will be well above $29. And that's the idea. Went over Tesla, went over that. Let's take a look at Link. I love how you guys are really feeding the tickers. Really, really appreciate it. Yeah, you're in a good spot, man. Tesla and silver, they're untouchable at this moment. I'd be very surprised to not see them do what they're supposed to do, especially with the money printing and how much they're going to give into the economy. You just, trades work out better lately, you know, in the stock market. It's insane, but it's true, right? Let's take a look at Link and Theta. $10:39, 11 o'clock. We're going to get out of here at 11:15. I want to produce another video. I want to get into sharing and kind of make a video about sharing. Possibly make 2 videos today. Let's see what goes on. YFI really holding this level at 18,748. It's like it's stuck. Did get the bounce. I like to see that. How low did we go? We went as low as 18.5. So that was new support. And now we're back into the pattern. So come on, man. And now we do have, look, inverted head and shoulders. Head, shoulder, shoulder. And we did play with the 200-day moving average. Like to see the 21 curve back up. Let's see that curve back up, guys. Come on. YFI, do your thing, man. Didn't have a MACD cross in the 1 minute, which it usually does. So it should get all the way back up to the oversold region, back up to 19. Looks like it could play in this area, though, until it really breaks out. Maybe stop loss at like 18.6. Once we get above the pattern again, stop loss somewhere right below this wick at 18,500. Honestly, that's going to be our support level, in my opinion. So if it breaks that, I feel like it's going to kind of keep going down back to here where it started at 1,800. So just something to think about. If you're in the trade, I would put the stop loss at 18.5. Link. Wow, so Link, everyone said that Link bottom, and I kind of thought it did, you know, and now it's about to break out. It's breaking out as we speak. Wow, Link. That would be a leverage trade right now to make, literally at this very moment. Makes me want to see if usually we should have done it earlier. But yo, 5x leverage on these coins. You don't want to go too high on your leverage on alts, like 6-7x in my opinion, because see, I sold my Link at 1280. That's the last time, and interesting to see. Market is definitely heating up today, getting intense. Queued him. Give me a second. We will look at Theta. I didn't give up on that yet. I just got to look at my own account and see what the heck is going on. Money is coming in. We're up $700 on the day. Long-term holds, big-term holds. Len still playing a little bit of a game here. Link finally in profit. I got in at $12.69 for about $2,000. So Link doing its thing. I kind of wanted to add to a Link trade right here, though. Music's a little intense for me. I feel like it could affect my trading. Yeah. That's better. That was too intense, like making you feel like you have to make a trade, you know? Be careful what music you listen to when you trade. I feel like it can affect you. So I'm wondering if I want to leverage trade this right now. I mean, it's breaking out, but now it's oversold. So I never get into a leverage trade up here. It has to be down here every time. Has to be the bottom of the pattern. No matter what time frame I'm trading on, bottom of the pattern. But look, that's a double bottom. It should come back down and retest. That's what you see a lot. So the retest should be the reset of the RSI and sideways moment. Or does this just kind of rip up at this point? The chance it breaks out pretty hard. And even if it comes back down, you know, interesting. Let's see what my liquidation price is on that. If I use about 20x leverage on it, but I don't. Thought I just brought my leverage down. You have to hit confirm. I don't think I hit confirm. Okay, so you have to bring your leverage down and hit confirm. So you could bring it down, not hit confirm, and then... So 1279 for Link, I feel like that's the place where it last had issues, and if it breaks above it, the only thing is double bottom, RSI, breaking my rules here, so we can't buy it at the present moment. I think I have QTM. I think I bought QTM in my KuCoin. I bought QTM a long time ago, or UTK as well. Wow, so it's going to fly, but it can't get too much higher, and then it's going to go sideways. I do think, though, this could be the basis of the next triangle, you know? Bitcoin booming at 16.5 now, going up to 16.550. This is what I talked about. This is really 16.5 actually was my target for my leverage trade. I would have hit the mark already. Damn. I got to learn to just let my trades run, my leverage trades. I'm a little nervous about them. Okay, so now you have Link coming back down, which is good. So now we go back to Link. I think this is the perfect time to get to Link. We want to see Link retest where it just broke out. And that's going to be our perfect entry for Link. So I'm trying to establish a leverage trade long on Link at the moment. Back into the pattern. Some could say that is the retest, though, which is like right like this. You know, you can make this a little sharper if you want. The 1 minute has a little more play than the other time frames. Like patterns are pretty more stable on the 4 hour. Because the 1 minute is fluctuating so much with time, you kind of have to give it a little more leeway, right? Now, even if it gets as low as 1664, I feel like this is where you really have to get in. 1270 now, it's reacting differently on the futures chart than it is anywhere else. So we're going to 6x long it at... This is the place, man. We broke out. Got to see it get moved down a little more. 1269. I'd like to get it at 1270 on the dot. Right? 100% of the position. You want your take profit. Now, where's our take profit? What you're going to do is you're just going to go to your 4 hour and look at previous support and resistance lines. It's very simple. You're not going to reinvent the wheel here. One place right here is 1350, right? Because we're going to hit 1345. And that'd be fine. I'd be happy with that, right? Nothing crazy. If it breaks out, it's going to go parabolic. So, and then it looks like we have some resistance right here. And then really not until we get up into there at 16. So I feel like Link is going to make a big move. Nice that we didn't make the trade yet at 12.59. Now, did Bitcoin just get rejected? That's usually why I see these coins, they go slow, and then when Bitcoin gets rejected, yeah, so Bitcoin got rejected at 16.550. The alts took that hit. It's kind of stupid. They stand still while Bitcoin moves up, and then when Bitcoin rejects, they reject. It's like kind of weird, right? Now, let's look at Link, though, because this is what we really wanted for Link. We want to see that 1 minute get oversold. We're going to miss it in a second if I don't get to it. It takes high focus to leverage trade. Like, it can be the only thing you're doing at that moment. Oh, wow. So Link came all the way to the 200-day moving average and just fell right out of the pattern. But now it's getting oversold, right? Look at that. Extremely oversold. It should probably V-shape itself back in. This is where you want to buy right now. So we make our buy at 1260. 1264. I feel like we're gonna have to play it close to the bone. Take profit at 1350, right? And where's our stop loss at 12? 12 even. And we're gonna buy that long. 1264. Can we get it? It looks like we can get it a little better than that. 1262. And we're gonna make the move. Boom. It didn't create the order. $12.59. And we're in. And we're in. Not very small trade. I'm just learning leverage trading. So we're in. Sorry, I thought it was here. Been using this. So we're in. We just made the trade. We got in at that wick. You use this low period here on the 1 minute. Perfect time to buy. Last time you could have bought there was at 8:30 this morning. So it's been 3 hours since you were able to get a buy like that. Also, we bounced off the 200-day moving average. Price is a magnet to that and really does hold support once it's moving in a bullish pattern. So I think that buy was really textbook for me. I think it's going to work out pretty well. We'll get back into the pattern and then let's see Link just kind of make a move. What's the leverage? The leverage is small, 6x. 6x. All the big time traders told me to chill out on leverage with alts. You know, whenever you're trading alts, to lower the leverage because my liquidation price is 10.59 though. I feel like I could go a little lower, but there's no reason to because we bought from a position of strength, right? So like this should break back into the pattern just like it's doing and go sideways, and then you know the trade should go well because we bought where we should have bought. We were very patient. I knew when I should buy that, and I happened to recognize it during the stream, right? So like my mind was already focused on that idea. Let's get into Theta. Okay, now Theta doing just what everything else did. So these were buys. These were the temporary buys as the bull run was beginning here. Bitcoin just took that pullback, pulled these coins back, got them all oversold on the 1 minute, and now boom, it's time to move. Let's look at Theta on the 4 hour. Kind of looking like waves, like how waves broke out and then kind of formed a new pattern on the edge of the old pattern. I'll show you that in a second. And that was a big move for waves. Like that was my bottom call. I'll always remember it now because it's like I hadn't seen a pattern like this. A breakout and then a bull flag on the edge of the earlier bull flag, you know. So we see this at least getting up here, right? Back to this support and resistance area, which is an 18% gain back to 74 for Theta. It is respecting this line of previous resistance and support here. There was previous resistance, 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 support, kind of support, fell through, support, support. So that level at 59 is really a strong level. Now, The MACD not giving us too much. We do have a cross, and we could extend this, and we're not oversold yet. So is it your entry now? You know what? I think so. By what we just saw in the 1 minute, you couldn't do any better, right? Bottom of the pattern, or actually a retest. So this is now a breakout of a smaller pattern, and now it's retesting with the 200-day moving average right there. So this would be your time to get into theta at 61.60. And look, the trade is up now, already 2.2%. And that's how leverage trade works. Isn't that crazy? You make 2% like that, you know? I should have put $10,000 in this. But eventually that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to perfect this so like I have no issues going in with large amounts of money at the right time. If you play from a position of strength over and over again, you should pan out well in the end, right? Okay, guys, 5 more minutes and I'm out of here. So let's do that last quick roundup. Any last thing you want to talk about? Any last thing you want to go over? Let's get into it. Civic, CVC, coin that has had a lot of big movement recently, right? Now the USDT pair and the Bitcoin pair look almost identical. This thing is looking hot to trot right now. I'm happy that you just put this on my radar. I'm getting FOMO for almost every coin. That's how I know like things are just... Oh yeah, we didn't go over Qtum. Sorry about that. Yeah, please remind me, and don't feel rude to remind me about a ticker I may have skipped over. And I didn't do it purposely. I probably just... So many things are catching my eye at once. Just like you guys, you can only imagine. Anyway... I love when the 200-day moving average is moving parallel with the bottom of the trend line. UC is a great sign because it tells me that we have double support in this area. So Civic really is kind of a screaming buy at this point. Starting to coil up as well, so you're not going to see a lot of momentum in the MACD. Even this cross to me tells me because... And we see almost a little bit of bullish divergence, right? That's a swing low. Yeah, it is. That swings low. You can see it if we zoom into the price. Almost flatlined, which is bullish divergence, and this is on the way up. It's exaggerated bullish divergence. When the price is flat but the RSI is going up, that's exaggerated bullish divergence. You have the price moving down with the... We also have falling volume, falling price. Tells you that there's a reversal happening. This looks hot to trot. I'll have to be honest. Nice call, whoever brought this up. Looking really good right now. Right now at this position. Let's look at the 4 hour. Wow, 4 hour wants the front run pink. Doing really well. 15 minute getting oversold. Wow. 1 minute oversold. Dude, I think I'm going to enter a position right now in Civic. I am. I'm going to enter this because it's oversold on the 1 minute. I know I'm going to get a great position. It has everything. You just nailed it for me. You just gave me perfect entry. Civic, man. Once Bitcoin cools down, I feel like the alts are going to fly tonight. And that's my call. CVC. So here we are, CVC. Let's see what we do here. Come on. I know I have USDT. What are you talking about? Am I all tethered out? Maybe I am. All tethered out. Interesting. So I can't make that trade right now, but that trade is hot. I'll be honest, like... Yeah, I will. I usually do. Honestly, I think I'm going to do weekend nights. Pair it with Bitcoin. No, it looks, the Bitcoin pair is the same, man. I agree with you, though. You'll make the Bitcoin on that move. Damn, though. I thought I had some money waiting. I guess I unloaded all my capital yesterday. So, damn, man. Unload the cap. Unload the cap. Unload the cap. We move the back. On the mat. Just doing that. This YFI trade's just kind of like, it's getting to be a little boring, right? I hate when I'm up the most at the beginning of the day. What's this alert now? No. Yeah, I am going to stream weekend mornings. I just woke up. My family had so much stuff to do. We like ran around. Did I take my vitamin D pill? I must have, because it's gone. Drink big blue jars of lemon water, and you'll be an amazing trader. You will trade your life away. 11:18. All right, guys. I'm getting spent. I'm going to do some news, and then we're going to get out of here. Let's look at the Fear and Greed Index at Alternative Me, because I think it's at 92 or something crazy. 90, man. It's going to be soon to get out. You know, we hit 17K. It's going to be time to get out. Unless this just, you know, can stay here, but historically, if you sell Bitcoin here, it's a great idea. It's like a really, really good idea. So that's all I got to say, you know. Selling Bitcoin here really could pay off. Just my assumption. Follow me on Twitter at CryptoLifer33, please. Really appreciate it. I don't get enough love over there. 768 followers. Let's get that. We had 1,400, and then I got purged somehow. I don't know what happened. So there you go, man. That leverage trade now up 4%. That's how you do it. You know, 4% gains. And the idea is here. I'm gonna try to take $160 leverage account up to $1,000, and then I'm going to try to make that $10,000. So this is my goal, to take a $120 leverage account to 10K, right? And we're just going to play it close to the bone, man. We're only going to make the perfect trades, low leverage if we can, and that's kind of the idea. So the leverage trade going well. Shout out to everyone on the live stream. Really appreciate it. 19 likes. Can we get one more like to the 20 likes? I think that would be the first time we ever hit 20 likes. I think we hit once or twice. We hit 20 likes. That'd be really cool, man. I don't know why. I kind of, whenever I'm on a channel, though, and a guy talks about his likes, it pisses me off. I'll be honest. I'm like, yo, don't talk about the likes. Just give me the content and you'll get the likes. You know, just focus on giving me good value. You'll get the likes, man. Now, I like Lend here, man. I'm telling you, I'm loaded up. What up, Aaron? Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate that. Aaron has good energy, man. You're really lucky. I really can't wait to be at your guys' wedding doing the funky chicken. Little summer dancing around and my two girls. You know? You all handsome in your nice suit, looking all 6'3" you know? She's so proud of you, and she loves you, man. I see it. I see the way she looks at you. She calls it stinks. Yeah, stonks. Well, everyone's calling it stonks. Cute 'em. OPQRST. It's funny how I have every coin in here somehow. Like, what are the odds I have every single coin loaded? It's just insane. But that's what happens when you trade like me. You just know them. Okay, man. Qtum looking hot to drop. Bouncing off the 200-day moving average on the 1 minute. You're right. It just got oversold. This is a place to get Qtum right now. Honestly. 206. Why am I saying that? Well, the 200-day moving average with oversold. We talked about that earlier today. I talked about how coins go up and down, and then once they get oversold to the 200, that's where you want them. You want oversold on the 200. Boom. Boom. You're in there. Like, these are bottoms, see? And now your stop loss doesn't get hit. I'm just proving to you guys, if you want to take trading to the next level, you have to put in the effort. And it's going to take a lot of back testing. It's going to take a lot of learning, but you're going to get to this point where you're able to just know what to do. And you can't make trades unless your checklist is there. My checklist says, are we oversold on the RSI? Are we bouncing off of moving averages? Are we in a bullish pattern? Is the MACD crossing into the bullish way, right? How does the 4 hour look compared to the 1 hour? Did we find a perfect entry with the 1 minute? These are the things I'm doing. If you're not doing them, competing with me is going to be pretty hard. So check it out. And remember, when you're trading, you're competing with other people. They're trying to take your money. I think people forget that. So Qdom in a bull flag on the 4 hour, just had a cross. This thing is going to rip. Good call. Amit, man, whenever you ask me about a coin, I feel like you've already done the work because you make me look good. Because when you ask me about Qdom, look at this thing. This thing's going to gap up. And you can even say we can put a neckline on it here. We can say this is an inverted head and shoulder. We got our head, our shoulder, and we have some complex shoulder on the right side. Inverted complex head and shoulder. Soon to break out of the neckline. Also inside of a bullish pennant. I mean, you can't build a better idea here. 4 hour about to cross. Did cross. Has its first green bar. So a confirmation of a bullish cross. We have our pattern where it should be able to go all the way up to 15% gains. So unreal. That's what we're making a call here for Qdom. We also called the oversold bottom here on the 1 minute, which confirms your bottom of the pattern, which is where you want to get in. We also mid it. When Amit says a coin, you say when moon, right? ULTA. Can you analyze for her? She's in Ulta. She made the call. Yeah, let's get it. Let's get it. And anything for Aaron, man. Anything for Aaron. I'll spend an hour on Aaron. Freaking hook her up. Check it out. Let's get into it. Ulta, UTLA on the stock market. My friend's girlfriend getting into long-term. His wife, for Christ's sakes. I don't even know what to say. Love you guys. Life partners, you know. Ulta, it's a beauty company, so she's buying what she knows. That's important, right? Buy what you know. I took a stock when I was in elementary school. They had us pick stocks and we did a competition. I actually won the competition in 6th grade, and I bought things I knew. I bought Boeing. I bought jeans because I like jeans. My dad was like, buy stuff that you like and that you know, and then you would track the stock and you'd graph it. And you'd come in with your graph because they were teaching us how to graph. So they teach us how to trade stocks. Pretty cool idea, actually. Funny that I didn't actually keep trading stocks after that. I should have, right? That was back when I actually had to go to the paper. You'll do what to Aaron? Oh, my God. Theo, man, don't be like that. Anyway, let's check it out. I'm going to give her really good value on a live stream about stocks. Come on, man. Like, all right, Aaron, right now we're overbought. Okay, we were overbought. We got rejected. We came back up. This isn't a healthy place to get into a stock. So this would probably be wanting to take a retrace. We're also at previous resistance. And what do you mean? What do I mean by that? Well, you could see that we hit here resistance, hit here is resistance, but then it became support. So previous resistance becomes support. It then became resistance here, and now it's not uncanny that we're hitting it yet again at 270. So 270, interesting. We could maybe gap back up. Also, we could say this is a little bit of bearish divergence, possibly. I mean, we do have wicks, but if we took the candles, this thing just made a pretty large move from 200 to 270. What, in the last 22 days? So in 3 weeks, this thing is up large, right? About 31% or more to me, yeah. So what would I do with this? Well, let's look at it on the daily and see the health of the move. Now, the daily also overbought, right? It may have one more jump up, but if I show you this on the daily, like here was overbought, it came down. Here was overbought right here in this area. It eventually would come down. Here was overbought. It would come down, little pump up, but then come even further down. Here was overbought. So what I'm trying to show you is, if you follow along, is every time this line is above the dotted line, it's not a good place to accumulate, and it's usually a good time to take profits. Now, we can't say for sure that it won't gap up in here, kind of do something like this, but that probably will hit this level of resistance, and then you're going to see it come back down, and it's going to want to find support either here, where it was before, where it is now, but I actually think we're going to go lower. I think we're going to see this retrace. And let's also look at the amount of times that it retraces and the percentage of those retraces. Okay, so here it was oversold. This is obviously a big one. That was the March pandemic fallout. I'm going to negate that because we all know that everything went down that day, and it's really not, you know. Here's a good one though. We went down 24% when we got very close to oversold, and we came back down here. Also, how long did it take for that move to occur? Took about 24 days. Remember, these are daily candles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so each candle represents one day. I think this would be a good time to get out and wait for it to resettle, because this is the daily. Let's check the 3-day as well. On its way up there, still could have some moves. And let's check the weekly. Weekly also is getting a little spent, right? You can see we got our cross, came up, had our cross, down, had our cross. Let's take a look at the MACD weekly. Still wants to move up a little bit though. So telling you that, hey, even if we get that little retrace down to 220 or something like that. Let's look at the 4-hour. Even if we get a retrace down to this level here at 241, tells you that that should be enough to reset the RSI, and then the daily should render us back to 296. So if you want to hold it, for about a month and a half, I feel like you will be in the money. But if you want to sell now and reaccumulate, I think you'd be safe doing that. And that's going to be my call for Ulta. Okay. Nice call on Qtum, Amit. Check out CERN. Let's look at CERN. This guy makes great calls, by the way, Mo. You should get into the chat. I think you did join the Telegram, but you should buddy up with Amit. He is Indian. You're Indian. I'm not saying anything. He wished us all a happy Diwali. You were the only other person to wish me a happy Diwali. So both of you guys wished me a happy Diwali this weekend. So you guys already have something in common. I think you guys might actually, and he lives in the Canary Islands. Interesting guy. He's really good about the stocks. Like, he's given me multiple stock picks. Some of the picks I've given you, he's given me. You know, and you can't say that my channel is, people come to me with data. So now I'm a data source, right? So I get data sent to me now, which is the greatest part of having a YouTube channel. You give free value, but you would not believe the value that you receive in return. Okay, CERN on the 4-hour. Thing is chopping. If you have time, NUE. Okay, we will. CERN on the 4-hour says, you know what, we're getting a little overspent, but you can see that it's choppy. It's liking this chop, right? Kind of forming a rising wedge though, which can be bullish or bearish depending. It's a 68% chance of a break to the downside. So this could break to the downside. Now it's already up at the top of the pattern. Looks like it wants to come back down to the pattern, right? So anyway, I wouldn't touch CERN unless it did this. Came back down here somewhere in this region area. We can't be sure exactly where it's going to hit, but somewhere on the bottom of the trend line. That's where I would want to get in. Let's look at the daily. Daily also kind of spent as well. We do have an inverted head and shoulders, shoulder, head, shoulder there. Could kind of propel it a little more. Interesting I do see a double bottom here. And that could tell us something, right? So that could be the breakout catalyst for a retest. I would watch this. If it breaks out, I would either buy the retest or I'd wait for it to get to the bottom of the pattern. So you have two ways to play this, and that's basically how you have to play them. You can't buy when you want. You have to buy when the opportunity presents itself. You can't force buys. That's how you're going to lose money, because your stop losses will get hit because you're not playing from a position of strength. What I mean by that, I mean bottom of the trend line buy here. Look, A freaking 1.5 stop loss wouldn't got hit. Another buy here. And especially I buy into the wicks. It takes experience. Most people think the stocks keep going down. You're buying into a wick because you understand the oscillators so much that you trust them 1,000%. You don't even think about your emotions at all. They are not part of it. They're not part of the trade. The only part of the trade is if are these indicators giving me the option to buy? Are they presenting a position of strength for me, meaning where my stop loss probably won't get hit? Now, the 1 hour also rolled up too. So to me, I feel like it's either going to break out or it's going to come back to the bottom of the pattern. CERN, technology services, information technology, $75. Let's look at the weekly and see what we see in the bigger time frame. Getting kind of bullish, right? It looks like this could keep coiling. We're not even overbought yet on the weekly. So, and if this thing breaks out, right, we see it appear at 88. It has to break support here at 81, but if it breaks support there, 88. And is this in price discovery? I think it is, my friends. So, wow. So when something's in price discovery, anything can happen as well. So it was here, it got rejected here. Also a bit of a diamond pattern. I just found that, right? And the diamond came in from the bottom. It usually leaves from the bottom. Just something to think about, right? We could try to do this, though. Bend it in there. Something like that. And say it came in from the top. And it's going to leave out the top. That's more probable to me. And then we're going to see this thing just do its thing. Make it back out of the diamond. So you got a diamond pattern possible. You have a rising wedge. I feel like I broke this down really well. Basically put alerts here at 70. Put an alert up here at like 77. And see what happens, man. If it comes back down to 70, that's a buy. And there you go. NUE. NUE. It's a new one for me. New Corp. Technology. Oh, no. What are they? Non-energy minerals. Steel. Okay. V-shaped recovery on this. I mean, would have loved to have bought that oversold bounce on the weekly, right? That was, again, March. Yeah, I'm looking at the weekly. My bad. Silly. Anyway. Daily also had its cross, but looks like you could get some more push up until you get overbought, right? So you're not over the dotted line yet. Tell you there's some room to grow. 54. What does the 1 minute look like on this thing? See, so it gapped up today. The beginning of the market open. Up 5% already on the day. And it's forming a bit of an ascending triangle on the 1 minute. Again, trading crypto is so much easier on these smaller time frames because we don't have the gaps. Because 24/7 price action, just nicer to look at, honestly. And you actually have more solidity because you get like perfect touches of patterns. Patterns are far more, see how patterns are broken up here. Like you could say this is an inverted head and shoulder. Way harder for me to see here than it is in crypto, but it's there. Aaron bought in at 50. Not sure what it's doing now. Well, we had inverted head and shoulders here. 50 was a great buy because look, the price came off of the 200-day moving average right there at 49. I don't know if she is an expert because that was an amazing buy. Oversold on the 30-minute. So she got in at 50. Maybe she knows a little more than she plays, or maybe she just. I've actually never talked to her about stocks. She might know a lot more than I realize. She might know more than me. Anyway, thank you, boss. The boss is telling me that I've streamed too long. We got to make a new video. I'm having a new manager now who's managing the channel. She got me 100 views already, so we're gonna keep going with her management skills. That's the wonderful BB, if everyone wants to know. Anyway, the target for this inverted head and shoulders is you pull the head to the neckline, then you bring it to the neckline, and that kind of hit the target pretty close, you know. So will this pull back? Right now, the 30 minute says yes, you're oversold extremely. Might be it for an hour or two. 5 minute wants to kick up a little bit, but really doesn't have a lot of weight. And the 4 hour says that, yeah, you might have a little more run up until you're spent. Let's look at previous support and resistance one last time. I didn't do that, which that's what I usually do. So Aaron, the first thing I do is I look at a chart and I make Alt H's, which is going to be in Coinbase or TradingView, and they're going to basically put your support and resistance lines. You're not going to believe how these are basically fibs. These are previous fibs that people were taking support and resistance on. Now, you even go further back into the past, and lines here like this will really come out into play in the future. You can say we even had previous support and resistance right where we hit. And I could point it out, which is pretty cool. The line that we're at right now. Look, we bounced off it right here. We bounced off it right here. We came really close to bouncing off it there. It became resistance right here. It was resistance right here. That one, actually, no, yeah, resistance right there, resistance right there. And now it's resistance yet again. So we really strong resistance at 54.70. We need to break above it. If we can break above it, be a good place to double down into the trade. Put Alta in Telly. So look, now one of my guys put a chart in for you. Look at this. And this is why you should join the Telegram, man. They're working for you now, Mo. Look at that. And load the chart. Look at this. So this is Alta one day. Alta Beauty Inc. Diamond retest, bullish divergence. He's on the 618. I don't know what you're conveying, but well, it is the bottom of the pattern here, right? Should break back into the pattern. Theo, great chart. Only thing is, like, I want to be like, I need some text here. You got to convey exact, like, do you think this is going up? It did come into the bottom of the pattern. Should break out of the pattern. I see what you're saying. You're just kind of showing a diamond retest. I like it. I see what you're saying. You're just saying, hey, diamond retest. I get it now. I get it. You weren't really elaborating on anything else. You're just saying, hey, man, diamond retest. Right? Let's look at Bitcoin, and then we're going to jump out of here. Wow. We're going to 6. Wow. Is Wi-Fi dead? Really? Wow, really? Lost everything on the trade that I was in, man. I should really take profits some days every single morning. Like, it's just nuts. Yo, Wi-Fi, man. I don't like trading it. It was dead to me a long time ago, and now it's... Soon I'm going to cut it off and just not trade it anymore. So with the Bitcoin pump, Wi-Fi got scared. Oh, no, 18,000. But I wanted 19. All right, I'm still up 122 on the trade. It's not dead. It just, you know, it's retesting. What I think it's doing is a retest, see? You really have to go into an earlier time frame, like the 15-minute, to get an understanding. Yeah, so look, it broke out. Beautiful breakout, and then just came right back down to the pattern. So foolish. And we were at 19.2. Damn, man. It's the only thing I don't like about overstreaming. Sometimes, like, I lost 6% because I wasn't focused on my trades. I was focused on the stream. Anyway, oversold now, though, on the 1 minute, 5 minute. Perfect time to long it, honestly. Wait for some slight. There's bullish divergence there because that swings down, but that swings up. That was your entry. So this would be a perfect time to get back in. Honestly, to me, it's just a retest. Came up, retest. Now it's going to fly again, you know. Just retesting the pattern. Or we could even change the pattern. We could say it's in this. And it's at the bottom of the pattern, which would be a position of strength with the RSI oversold. So, no, I don't think it's dead. I actually think this is where you would double down into the trade, honestly. But Bitcoin just doing beautifully. Again, though, it's going to have a big retrace soon. I really think this should be it. How high did we get? 16,650. And there's your bullish, your bearish divergence. Look, swing up. Just swing up. swing low to swing low, and that would have been, you could have closed your leverage trade there on the divergence, and there you go. That's how you make the monies. And then previous support is down here at resistance, right? That local resistance. But we are below the 21-day moving average already. It says that we may want to start to flag now. I think we're going to 17K. I don't think there's any reason why we're not. Too many people want it. It's a self-fulfilled prophecy. My thing is, I don't know where I'm at a standstill is where the daily is just very overbought. We know that there's a pullback coming. Like, you can't keep believing that we're not. But again, I showed you we had this little V up, and that's going to take the MACD up a little more, at least to 7K. At least. So hold on to your bootstraps, because we're not over yet with this crazy run. We're really not. Let's see what the clown news people are saying. Now, banned. And this flag, man. I like to see what the news is on the beat. See what they're all yapping about. They're trying to say that Mardano sends Bitcoin. I don't believe in that. Bitcoin just broke 16.5. Reasons why analysts expect more upside. Yes, please. Let's keep the bullish sentiment going. Peter Schiff, gold will win when the Bitcoin bubble pops. He's bugging, dude. He doesn't realize it's going to become gold. Gold never popped. Gold has bubbles, but gold doesn't pop. It stays strong, right? This is good. So these are good enough for me. Now let's check out market sentiment. Bitcoin bull market corrections examined. What to expect when crypto corrects. We did this already on the channel. I'll probably have to pull that out, and I show you the 2017 bull run and how many corrections we have during it and how big they were. And they were between 15 and 20%. And there was about 4 of them. So we should expect a 20% correction. I don't think a 37. I think that's a bit absurd because I back tested this already. But for all intents and purposes, Bitcoin is back in a bull market. But even bull markets don't always simply move upward in a straight line. Along the way, the road gets rocky, and violent and volatile corrections wipe out weeks of progress made in a matter of 1 or 2. Data shows that the past bull market corrections averagely roughly 37% in downside. According to the iconic career commodities trader Peter Brandt, if a similar correction follows the recent rally, here's the potential target for the bottom and what it's like to be a short-lived and what is likely to be a short-lived spike down. Very ephemeral. Along with a look at why the cryptocurrency corrects to such a specific price point in bull markets. Peter Brandt, man, I follow this guy. He's been on point. During 2015 to 2017 bull market Bitcoin, there were 9 significant corrections with the following averages. 37% decline from high to low, 14 weeks from one all-time high to the next all-time high. Since the early September low, there have been 2 10% corrections. Brand warns that there were 9 significant corrections during the last bull market, while this time around the cryptocurrency has only had 2 10% pullbacks. Each correction is roughly 14 weeks from a new peak to peak currently. The cryptocurrency is on week 12 in a row without anything meaningful for a correction. Reading between the lines, Brandt is warning that a correction is coming and that buyers need to beware. I've been saying it over and over again. We're going to have a great short. It's going to be really obvious. I'm probably going to close trades around tonight. Tonight is going to be it for me. And then I'm going to be looking to short Bitcoin with leverage. And that's going to be the plan, honestly. It's going to be a beautiful short. It's going to go well. I feel like it's so obvious and we've all waited for it for so long that it's only a matter of time till we get it. And I'm going to be so focused and waiting for the exact moment in time. I probably won't trade for a few days to clear my mind, so I'll get ready for the short and boom. Because if I get into some other alts, I'll start drinking the Kool-Aid and maybe I won't be as focused on the plan, right? Bitcoin corrects roughly 30 to 40% when it does finally pull back. That range is a sweet spot for the 618 Fibonacci retracement level, or roughly 61.8% of the initial rally. It's not clear why this mathematical relationship with the price exists, but can be used strategically to find potential levels where support may exist and buyers could show up with strength. Each crash falls back to the 618 Fibonacci level. So let's give you guys where we're at there if we pull off the fib, right? So I feel like you have to take the measured move of the run that you're in, right? So we take this bottom here, which is right around here, right? And we pull a fib from that. Not a price meter, a Fibonacci. You schmoo. Now, if Bitcoin were to retrace to the 618, that would put it back down at 12.6. If we can get higher, though, let's say we get to that 17,250 region. I keep saying we're going to get to like 17.5, maybe on a spike. But let's say we get up there. That puts us at 12.9. I'm liking a 13.4 correction. I keep saying 13.4 correction. So that would put Bitcoin right around in this area here. And again, it goes with everything that we trade. We like to sell overbought, right? We have a little bit of bearish div now because we have, and that's on the daily. We have a swing up to a swing up, but that goes down. I'm really watching this curve like a hawk. The second it turns down a little bit, we gotta watch it. We gotta watch it. So honestly, probably pretty smart to get out of your Bitcoin trade now, in my opinion. Even though it does look more bullish and there's way more coming, I'm just, you gotta realize that we're very close. Also, if you just look at the total 2 market cap, and we see where that's going, total market cap, total 2 here. Funny. If it would load, I guess it's not, they're not loading today. Great. That was weird. There it is. Now, we're basically in this bit of a parabola now, but we have previous resistance right there at 164 and at 160. So 4 more billion and we could get a correction. Okay. Also, let's break this down for what it is. We do see a cup and handle, but isn't it a rising wedge with a 68% chance of a break to the downside? So do we get up a little more and then do we correct? And that could correct us back to 145. Take $20 billion right out of the market. Make perfect sense. Give us support and resistance in this region. Also could connect with the parabola right here, which is probably a fib ring as well. We are crossing up right now on the 4 hour. That tells you a good sign. So I'm waiting until tonight. I'll give that 4 hour, 12, 4, 5 more hours to push up. And then at that point, I'm going to have to call it on these trades because certain things have been sideways for too long, and might as well just suck back in my capital and get ready for another short on Bitcoin because that's what I see happening. And then we'll also have, once we're out of the Bitcoin short, we're going to have double capital to scoop up alts at the perfect time. And then we're going to trade the alts right where we want them. And yeah, man, sounds like it's going to be epic. Now, Rune, I didn't see overbought though. And we also see a bit of bullish, not bearish divergence, but it is overbought. Look for it to possibly come back down and kiss this 21-day moving average, which may fall out of this pattern that it's in. Look at the 1 hour. Anyway. All right, guys. I really appreciate you hanging with me for this entire stream. Insane that you guys are still rocking with me. That leverage trade isn't going too well. Kind of at break even at this point. See what happens with it on Link. I'm still very confident that that's a Link bottom, though. Let's take one last look at Link for my leverage trade. I can kind of get ahead of where I'm at before I close up. 1261. Yeah, we got oversold there. Bounce back up. Making our way to the top of the pattern. I'm actually really happy with where we are right there. And then we checked 4 hour really still wants to cook and had its cross. So I'm happy with the where we are at in the trade. Where we at, yo. I'm happy with where we at. Anyway. Thanks, Sam. 2 views on my end. Appreciate it, man. Quick question. How much retrace on alts do you expect? I mean, let's just draw your Fibonacci's, man. and check it out. You know, I mean, we've already gotten pretty low in them. So honestly, I don't know, but honestly, it could be pretty big. You know, like I think we could get Chainlink back down $11, something like that. I'll have to do a deep dive in that. I can't answer that fast. That's something I would have to literally just kind of sit with and look at some parameters, back test some other stuff, and then give you like a real idea. Oh my God, I got to get out of here. All right, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Please send that like. Let's get to 20 likes, man. Whoever's doing the funky dislike thing, BB, if you're there, send me that like. Send me to 20 likes. 20 likes will be a big deal.
Wait. I have one more picture of art.
Oh, we have more art. Always keep exploring. Always keep exploring. These are going to be amazing NFTs. Don't throw these out.
Okay.
All right?
I won't.
It's a non-fungible token we're going to attach to that art, and that art's going to be sold on Rarible. I'm telling you. Word, the 20 like hit. I appreciate it. Whoever you are, Scott O'Leary. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. And remember, if you came to my channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Are you guys ready? I know it's corny, but we're going to say it together. Ready? On the countdown. You know what we're going to say, right? You know what we're going to say. On the countdown. If I get into the live stream room. On the countdown, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Crypto is life. There's nothing else. That's it.